What shouldn't cost you money? My wife and I were on a tight budget after having our first kid. One day, I was driving home from work when I saw a guy selling flowers on the side of the road. I wanted to get some for my wife, but I didn't have any cash on me. I drove past him, but then I remembered I had a few dollars in change in my car. I turned around and pulled up to him. I told him I only had a few dollars in change and asked if I could buy a small bouquet. He looked at me and asked, "Are these for your mom?" I said, "No, they're for my wife. We just had our first kid, and I wanted to surprise her." He smiled and said, "You know what? Take these to her. No charge." He handed me a beautiful bouquet of roses. I was shocked and thanked him. I drove home and gave the flowers to my wife. She was so happy and even started crying. She said it was the first time I had gotten her flowers since we got married. I told her the story and we both had a good laugh. A few years later, I was driving home and saw the same guy selling flowers. I pulled up to him and said, "Hey, a few years ago, you gave me a bouquet of roses for free. I just wanted to thank you. Those flowers made my wife's day." He smiled and said, "I remember you. How's your wife doing?" I told him she was doing great and that we now had 2 kids. I bought a bouquet from him and drove home. My wife was just as happy as the first time.